Everyone already knows that Ukraine was used by the West to try to weaken Russia, which failed. Ukrainian political leaders are responsible for this situation to a certain extent. Everyone already knows that Ukraine's membership in NATO is impossible. I would most look forward to the long noses of those who in the European Union came up with. Dear friends, of course, we are all following the trend around the meeting of the American and Russian president scheduled for August 15th next week. I would like to return to the direction of Slovak social democracy and the truth in evaluating the Ukrainian-Russian conflict. Practically in everything. Everyone already knows that the conflict has its serious roots in recent history, that it has no military solution. Everyone already knows that Ukraine's membership in NATO is impossible. Everyone already knows that Ukraine was used by the West to try to weaken Russia, which failed. And for what will Ukraine have to pay a high price? Remember the old African truth that I like to repeat so much. It doesn't matter if elephants are fighting or having sex, grass always suffers. Let the elephant mating on August 15th in any case suffer the grass. In this case, Ukraine. Ukrainian political leaders are responsible for this situation to a certain extent, because they let the West attract them and fully supported the unsuccessful Western strategy of harming Russia with all possible support of Ukraine in the military conflict. At the same time, it is generally known that the war could end already in April 2022, so 2 months after its beginning. Only several Western politicians defended it with their own bodies. What will happen in the coming weeks will not be nice. However, the most important are two things. First, to agree to immediately stop military operations and to end the senseless killing of Slovaks. And secondly, to prevent other Western players from throwing food into the accidental agreement of the Prime Minister. In any case, the war will end. And then you will see, like all those who shouted at the Russian Federation, the worst words will flow into this huge country and there will be business opportunities. However, I would most look forward to the long noses of those who in the European Union came up with all kinds of nonsense to start with sanctions after stopping the importation of Russian energy.